name's Nick Crick.
My name's Tom Crick.
We will be teaching you how to speak the language with a slate.
Gotta stay hydrated for the woods.
Fix your glasses.
What?
Look like a weirdo.
That's better.
He says you need to be safe though.
This year, Nate and I thought we would try our first ever mule deer hunt. We did some research and found a good piece of public land in Nebraska that we would give a try. The first morning was slow because I could not find my deer permit and we had to drive to the closest library to print it off, but after that we were ready to go.
Check, 1, 2, can you hear me?
Got the permit reprinted and I'm ready to go now. We're legal. Getting ready for a longer evening tonight. We're gonna hike about 2.5 miles back from like the furthest point of a road. I am now the owner of an antelope tag. I mean, if we had an antelope tag, we'd be doing pretty well. But who wants to hunt antelope? Don't look at my height and weight. It's a little bright. If we get a big and a buck to come in front of us, we're gonna shoot that. Where's the thrill in that? With this being our first ever mule deer hunt, we had a huge learning curve. Our method was to cover as much ground as we could and use our binoculars to glass miles of open country. The first 4 days of the hunt were really tough. We saw a few herds of antelope and a few lone mule deer, so we were really awaiting a momentum shift. We had heard that this land produced deer, but we were just waiting to find them. We knew with it being early season, bucks would be in their bachelor groups, so we knew all we had to do was spot one mature buck, and there would be more around.
Okay, well, we were just coming up over this hill where we last spotted all those does, and I had something catch my eye over here, and I got my binocs on. There's two nice muley bucks bedded. We were a little too late. They barely spotted us. They just they stood up for a while, and they just slowly walked over that hill. So we're gonna make our way up around, and hope they bedded right back down, not too far away. And we're gonna try to get eyes on them again and make a stalk. So here we go. He doesn't have quite as many points, but he's wide. He's over on that hillside. I don't think he saw me very well at all. All I saw was top eyes and antlers.
Once we spotted the buck, we patiently waited for him to bed and quickly came up with a plan to get a shot at him. Well,
can you open this for me?
we had a big stalk after this pretty thick 3x3.
He was a shooter, bud.
He was a really big deer. And we made a perfect stalk on him. We really did. And Nate was posted up on a hill. When we were probably 100 yards away from him. Just like a perfect mule deer story. I went up on the hill above him. I was 10 yards above him. And I get his attention. And then he just beelines it up over the hill. I launched a shot at 60, but I had a clean miss, which is good. I didn't injure him, but he just never gave me a shot at all. I should have probably just chucked one in him at 20 yards, even though it wouldn't have been a super good entrance, but it just sucks because we're out here on this public land. We finally found some big mature bucks, and then I busted it, and it feels like we're at square one, but with less time to find the deer.
Can you end on a positive note, please?
It's the biggest low of my hunting career.
No, I need positive. Positive, please.
There are deer, big bucks out here. I had the biggest deer I've ever seen right in front of me. Probably won't see it ever again in my whole life. I don't know. I need a boost. I need to see something. Gotta freshen up the clothes if we're gonna extend this trip. After seeing some promising deer yesterday, having that close encounter with a buck we call 605, we went into Valentine, the closest city, and did some laundry. Stayed at a hotel last night to freshen up and charge all our stuff that needed some juice. Then we hit up Mass this morning. So we're ready to finally get out there. We're gonna go try to spot these deer again and hopefully put a stalk on them. After having that encounter with the big buck, we were happy to spot another group of deer and hoped that they would point us in the right direction. It definitely re-energized our mood, even though it wasn't a shooter in the group. Well, we had another slow morning today because we woke up to a downpour of rain, and we just left the hotel when it was still pouring to hopefully get out here when the rain stopped. And it has, our weather app says that it's snowing, so that tells you how cold it is. It's supposed to get down to 27 tonight, which is the coldest we've had it yet this fall. But we're headed out again, and this will be our last day unless we see something crazy in the evening that'll keep us here, but really hoping to get it done. On our last morning, we decided to give the hills one more clean sweep. After finding a nice hill to glass on, I settled in for a prayer, thanking God for the trip. I opened my eyes, and a couple 100 yards away were the 3 bucks we had an encounter with a few days before. The hunt was back on. Made a stalk on these bucks again, and when we started to get over this rim that they're sitting in, they knew something was up. So the buck we were chasing stood up. I tried to get range on him, but we were still too far down this hill that I was catching some grasses and stuff. And I finally got a range that said like 45, 47, like in the 50 range, and put my 50 pin in between my 50 and 40 on him. And I think I shot low. I'm guessing I picked up, since I was so low, I picked up some grasses or something in front of him. And so I shot low, but good thing is they're on a hillside probably 300 yards away that I'm looking at. And they're just feeding, so I think we're going to get a third chance at them. I can see him. We're just going to tar and crawl another 20 yards. This will be our third stalk of the day. Oh man, the last stalk, they just spotted us and they just hauled butt over here. It's really like half a mile. We were lucky that we were high that we could spot them, and then they bedded down again. We're probably within 200 yards of them again. We just those bucks, they all look really nice. I got one picked out, but I'll take any of them. I just hope we can get this last stalk to come together.
For the final stalk of the trip, we decided to do something different. Nate was perched up on the hill across from them, and when I got in a good position behind the deer, I would take off my hat. Nate was going to then stand up and yell to get their attention. Once they stood up, I was hoping for a clean shot without them even knowing I was there. Hey! While Nate was filming, he was wondering why I was not shooting, but from my angle I could only see the tips of antlers. Even when they stood up, I could only see parts of their head and neck.
Well, unfortunately, I think that's a wrap. Those deer just never gave me a good look. Yeah. My shadow was going to cast on that hill if I went any further. But it's been a heck of a trip. And we've got a lot more deer to chase back home, but we'll definitely be back here. This has been probably the most difficult hunting week of my life, but I've really enjoyed it, and I want to get back on those guys as soon as I can.